then Lainey Wooten. You can go ahead.
All right, my name is Lainey Wooten, and I am a wife and mother to 7 children. On January 1st, 2022, I drove my 12-year-old autistic son, Jude, to the Terrell State Hospital. We were separated for the first time in our lives, and because of his limited ability to communicate, I could not explain why I was suddenly disappearing from his life. Jude's growing body was getting too big for my husband to hold back during his violent meltdowns. Though we had over 50 hours a week of paid care through the HCS waiver, keeping him in our home was not safe anymore. We looked on the HCS provider list for a group home, but we were denied by multiple providers who stated that they were unequipped to handle someone like our son. The safest option was to admit him to the Lufkin State Supported Living Center. Though the separation was traumatic, the incredible SSLC staff enabled Jude to make a life-changing turnaround, and he was discharged on January 21st back home with us. My son should never have had to leave the community he loved, but low wages prevented a local group home from being an option for him. A provider once told me that his staff was working 60-hour weeks to make ends meet. As a special needs mom, I can tell you this from experience. Burnout diminishes quality of care. I believe that if we increase the pay rate, providers will hire more staff and can then work reasonable hours. This will keep our DSPs mentally sharp, rested, and invested. When you increase the pay rate last session for the Lufkin SSLC, my son was directly affected. This enabled a mass hiring of competent staff, which gave Jude the support he needed to stabilize. We must remember that a worker is worth his wages. I've seen the bloody and bruised marks on DSPs left by my son, the blue gloves on their hands as they walk into a restroom to keep him clean. I've seen them wipe food from his mouth to protect his dignity. I've seen them do all these things while telling me how much they love him. And as a mother, I value their work to the highest degree, and I know God does. Do you? Do you value the lives that they protect? If we believe that life has value from the womb to the tomb, we have to prove it with our actions. Thank you.
Kara Poland.